You are rotting. Right now, as you listen to this, you know there is work to be done. A business to build. A body to forge. A legacy to secure. But you are not doing it. Instead, you are paralyzed. You are drowning in a swamp of cheap dopamine, scrolling through the lives of other men, telling yourself you are just gathering information. You are lying to yourself. You are not lazy. You are terrified. Your brain is wired to conserve energy and avoid the pain of change. It perceives your ambitious goals as a threat to your survival. So, it shuts you down. Stop fighting biology with motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings are for children. You need a system. We are going to dissect the strategy of two men separated by 4 centuries but united by a single, undeniable truth. One is Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman who ever lived, a man who treated discipline as a matter of life and death. The other is James Clear, the modern tactician who decoded the biology of human behavior. They lived in different worlds, yet they discovered the exact same weapon to kill procrastination. The Japanese call it Kaizen. The West calls it atomic habits. It is the art of bypassing the brain's fear response. It is the method of becoming a god, one small, almost invisible step at a time. Today, we do not motivate you. We reprogram you. Japan. The year is 1600. The Battle of Sekigahara. The ground is turned to mud by the trampling of 30,000 horses and the blood of 40,000 dead men. In the center of this slaughter stands Miyamoto Musashi. He is 17 years old. He is on the losing side. He is hunted. For the next several years, Musashi exists in a living hell. He has no master. He has no home. He has no money. Every shadow in the forest could be an assassin seeking a bounty. Every meal could be his last. In this world, procrastination did not mean missing a deadline. It meant a katana through the neck. If Musashi was too lazy to train his swing, he died. If he lacked the discipline to wake before dawn and sharpen his mind, he died. The environment was absolute. It demanded perfection, or it exacted the ultimate price. He did not practice swordplay because he was motivated. He did not seek inspiration. He practiced because the alternative was his corpse rotting in a ditch. He had to forge a mind that could cut through fear like steel cuts through flesh. He had to build a spirit that moved before his conscious mind could hesitate. Now, fast forward 400 years. Enter the world of James Clear and the modern West. You might think you are safe. You are not on a battlefield. There are no samurai hunting you in the night. But do not be fooled. You are in a different kind of hell. James Clear, through the lens of modern behavioral science, exposed the brutal reality of the 21st century. We are living in an environment designed to destroy human potential. Musashi fought men with swords. You are fighting algorithms with supercomputers. You are walking through a minefield of hyper-palatable distractions. Your phone, your television, the infinite scroll, pornography, sugar. These are not harmless tools. They are precision-engineered weapons targeting the primal centers of your brain. They are designed to keep you docile, to keep you consuming, to keep you weak. In Musashi's time, if you hesitated, you lost your head. In your time, if you hesitate, you lose your soul. You lose years of your life to a glowing screen. You lose the business you never started. You lose the body you never built. The threat is silent. It is comfortable. It feels good. And that is why it is so dangerous. The modern hell is a slow, painless suicide. It is the death of your ambition by 1,000 comfortable cuts. James Clear recognized that the human brain, the same brain Musashi had, was not built for this environment. Our biology is wired to conserve energy, to seek the path of least resistance. In the wild, being lazy saved calories. It kept you alive. In the modern world, being lazy kills your future. Both Musashi and the modern behavioral architects faced the same fundamental enemy. It wasn't the external enemy. It wasn't the other swordsman. And it isn't the smartphone. The enemy is the biological resistance within. The lizard brain that screams, "Stop." The mind that begs for comfort. Musashi had to conquer this to survive the blade. You must conquer this to survive mediocrity. The stakes are different, but the mechanism of failure is exactly the same. And the solution? It isn't willpower. Willpower is a battery, and yours is empty. The solution is a protocol, a way to trick the brain, a way to bypass the resistance. Musashi found it in the way of the sword. Science found it in the psychology of small habits. They found the back door to the human mind. Here is the truth that the motivational industry hides from you. Greatness is boring. You see the result. You see Musashi cutting down a rival in a flash of steel. You see the millionaire standing on the deck of his yacht. You think it happened in a moment of explosive effort. You think they had a breakthrough. You are wrong. Musashi and James Clear meet at the intersection of a single mathematical reality, the compound effect. In Japan, this is Kaizen, the philosophy of continuous, microscopic improvement. In the West, James Clear calls this the aggregation of marginal gains. Musashi did not wake up the greatest swordsman in Japan. In The Book of Five Rings, he wrote, "Step by step walk the 1,000-mile road." He did not focus on the 1,000th mile. He focused on the step. If he focused on the 1,000th mile, his mind would have broken under the weight of the journey. That is why you procrastinate. You look at the mountain, and you freeze. Musashi looked at his feet. He wrote, "Today is victory over yourself of yesterday. Tomorrow is your victory over lesser men." Notice the timeline. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, not someday, not next year. James Clear took this warrior philosophy and proved it with hard math. He states, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. If you improve by just 1% every single day, a margin so small it is almost invisible, you do not end the year 365% better. Because of the law of compounding, you end the year 37 times better. Conversely, if you get 1% worse every day, if you succumb to laziness, if you skip the gym, if you delay the work, you degrade down to zero. This is where the ancient Ronin and the modern architect shake hands. They realize that the human brain is a coward. The brain triggers the fight or flight response when it sees a massive challenge. It views a 2-hour gym session as a threat to your energy reserves. It views starting a business as a threat to your social status. So it paralyzes you. That is procrastination. But the brain does not fear the small step. It does not fear one push-up. It does not fear writing one sentence. It does not fear one swing of the wooden sword. Musashi used this to master the blade. He treated every small movement as a matter of life and death, accumulating skill until he was untouchable. Clear uses this to master behavior. He treats every small habit as a vote for the person you want to become. They both understood that you cannot fight the brain's resistance with force. You must flank it. You must make the action so small, so pathetic, so easy, that your brain has no excuse to say no. This is the convergence. This is the secret. You don't need more discipline. You need to stop trying to be a hero and start being a mechanic of your own behavior. Now, let's turn this philosophy into a weapon you can use. Enough theory. Philosophy without action is just masturbation. You understand the enemy, biology. You understand the weapon, Kaizen. Now, we deploy. We are going to synthesize the strategy of Musashi and the tactics of James Clear into a definitive, three-step operational protocol. This is not a to-do list. This is a war plan. Phase 1. The 2-minute offensive. Neutralize static friction. Physics dictates that the hardest part of moving a heavy object is the first inch. Once it is moving, momentum takes over. Your brain is that heavy object. Musashi taught crossing at a ford. You do not cross the river at its deepest point. You find the shallow point. You cross where it is easy. James Clear codified this as the 2-minute rule. Your brain is terrified of the command, go work out for an hour. It will fight you. So, lie to it. Change the mission objective. Your goal is not to build $1 million business. Your goal is to open your laptop. Your goal is not to run 5 miles. Your goal is to put on your running shoes. That is it. Once the shoes are on, you are authorized to quit. But you won't. Because you have broken the seal. You have engaged the gears. Application. The gym. Do not think about the heavy squats. Just drive to the parking lot. If you drive there and still want to leave, leave. But get to the parking lot. Business. Do not think about the sales strategy. Just write the first line of the email. Make the start so easy that it is insulting to your ego to refuse. Phase 2. Terrain dominance. Design the kill zone. A master strategist never fights a fair fight. Musashi was famous for arriving late to unsettle his opponents, or positioning himself so the sun was in their eyes. He manipulated the environment to guarantee victory before he even drew his sword. James Clear calls this environment design. If you rely on willpower to resist your phone, you have already lost. You are fighting a chemical war against Silicon Valley with a caveman brain. You must alter the terrain. If you want to stop procrastinating, you must increase the friction of bad habits and decrease the friction of good ones. Application. The deep work protocol. When you work, your phone is not on the desk. It is not in your pocket. It is in another room. It is off. You make it physically difficult to be lazy. The morning launch. You do not wake up and decide what to do. Your gym clothes are laid out on the floor the night before. You trip over them when you get out of bed. Remove the choice. The amateur relies on decision-making. The professional relies on logistics. Phase 3. Identity recoding. The Ronin state. This is the final and most lethal step. Most men focus on outcome. I want to lose 20 pounds. This is weak. Outcomes are distant. Musashi did not want to be a winner. He was a warrior. Therefore, he trained. Clear calls this identity-based habits. You must kill the version of you that identifies as lazy. Stop saying, "I'm trying to quit smoking." That implies you are a smoker making a sacrifice. Say, "I am not a smoker." Stop saying, "I'm trying to run." Say, "I am a runner." Runners run. Writers write. Leaders lead. When you shift your identity, you are not forcing yourself to work. You are simply acting in alignment with who you are. Procrastination is an identity crisis. It is your actions not matching your self-image. Application. Every time you choose the hard path, you cast a vote for this new identity. You finish the set. Vote. You publish the video. Vote. You eat the steak instead of the cake. Vote. Eventually, the evidence becomes overwhelming. You are no longer faking it. You become the weapon. You have the data. You have the philosophy. You have the protocol. But right now, you are in danger. You feel satisfied, don't you? You feel productive because you watched a video about discipline. This is the final trap. This is productive procrastination. Your brain is releasing dopamine right now to trick you into thinking you have accomplished something. You haven't accomplished anything. You have simply consumed information. And information without execution is just noise. Musashi did not become a legend by reading scrolls about sword fighting. He became a legend by holding the steel until his hands bled. James Clear did not become a bestseller by thinking about writing. He wrote, "Now, the screen in front of you is your enemy. Every second you continue to listen to my voice is a second you are stealing from your own potential. So here is your order. I am not going to ask you to like this video. I am not going to ask you to subscribe. I am going to ask you to prove that you are not a coward. In exactly 10 seconds, this video will end. When the screen goes black, do not click the next recommended video. Do not check the comments. Put the phone down. Close the laptop. Pick one thing you have been avoiding. The email. The push-ups. The cold call. The dishes. Apply the 2-minute rule. Just start. The world is filled with men who know what to do. The graveyards are full of them. Be the man who does it. Death is coming for you. Do not let it find you waiting. Execute.